Imagine your high-performance 12-cylinder engine suddenly idling rough and smelling like raw gasoline while you are cruising down the highway. This is exactly what happens when your car triggers a code P02C9, which means your powertrain control module has detected a leaking fuel injector specifically on cylinder number 12. This is a serious powertrain code that applies to many modern vehicles, and it basically means that the precise balance of air and fuel needed for a perfect combustion has been completely thrown off. Your fuel injectors are high-precision parts that need to deliver an exact measure of fuel in a perfect spray pattern into the combustion chamber, but when an injector starts leaking, it causes a major mess under the hood. The computer monitors your fuel trims and oxygen sensor data along with your crankshaft and camshaft positions to figure out exactly which cylinder is causing the problem. If it sees a lean condition on one bank but detects that the fuel is actually leaking into the cylinder, it will lock in this code and turn on your check engine light. The severity of this code is very high because a leaking injector can lead to severe engine damage or even a ruined cylinder head if you keep driving with it. You might notice your engine performance dropping significantly or your fuel efficiency getting much worse, and you will likely see other misfire codes popping up on your scanner. The most common causes are a physically defective or leaking injector or an electrical short in the injector circuit, but it could also be a bad oxygen sensor or a failing mass airflow sensor. When you start troubleshooting, you should first look for any mass airflow or manifold air pressure codes and fix those first. Perform a visual inspection of the fuel rail area and look for any signs of wetness or heavy corrosion around the base of the injector on cylinder number 12. A pro tip is to use an automotive stethoscope while the engine is running to listen for a steady clicking sound which tells you the injector is actually firing. If you hear nothing or the sound is erratic, you should break out your digital voltometer to check for a steady 12-volt power supply and a ground pulse from the computer. If the wiring is perfect but the injector is still leaking or sticking, you will need to replace the unit entirely. Be extremely careful when working on high-pressure fuel systems because gasoline is highly flammable and the pressure can be dangerous. So if you are not comfortable with fuel lines, you should definitely take it to a professional mechanic to get it swapped out safely. Getting this fixed early will keep your engine running smooth and save you from a massive repair bill down the road.